Hello and welcome. I honestly didn't think I would ever make more videos on F1 22, but I just couldn't resist starting a new series on this league. I came across this league accidentally. I was looking for an F2 league I could join, but found something much greater. Ever since I started playing F1 in 2020, I have been looking for a league like this. So basically, the league works like this. You join the server, get a reserve seat for a trial contract for an F2 team, sign a full-time deal when you have enough super license points. If you perform well, you might get into F1 the next season. But it gets even cooler. In F1, the cars are on realistic performance. Unlike 99% of other leagues that have the cars on equal performance. This is unfair, you might be thinking. But in my humble opinion, this adds a whole new layer to the game. This combines the two best features of F1 22, single player career and actual competition with real players. As a person who enjoys playing RP games, this is the coolest shit ever. And one other thing. We have team principals that manage the drivers, budget and a bunch of other stuff too. However, the budget system is getting a rework for the next season. I joined the league with 3 races to go, so we are in Brazil for the day. Alright, we're here in Brazil. We are doing one-shot quali, mainly because we have a sprint race and a feature race. So it's gonna waste a lot of time to have a 30-minute session, and second of all, you only have one set of tires available anyway, so we're just doing the one-shot quali. And if you didn't know this, in the sprint race, the top 10 drivers start in a reverse order, so the guy who qualified 10th starts first, anyway, and so forth. And we are starting the lap. And I go a little bit too wide and get the best entry and exit out of this first corner, so I drop a few places down to 6th. And that green thing on the track, I don't know what that is. I think it's some sort of bug. Just ignore it for now. I'm sure Codemasters will fix it for the next game. It's fine. Anyway, we have dropped to 8th now. I made a few mistakes in the few corners. I usually cut this curb here accidentally a lot, so just trying not to get any track limits. If you get track limits, you're basically last. It invalidates the lap, so you don't really want to push the limits on a one-shot session, in my opinion. But now we're up to 5th. Can we get to 4th? And almost. You could see that switching between the two for a brief millisecond. But yeah, we're 5th. So we're gonna be starting the sprint in 6th. Sentence. We almost got P4. We were a half a tenth off P4. Now for the race, we don't need to make a pit stop, so we're just gonna go on the mediums at the start to the end. Now starting the formation lap. We are starting 6th on this race.
Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Now coming to the end of the formation lap and trying to get some temperatures in the rear tires.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts. Keep an eye on the lights, the start sequence will begin.
And we got a purple start, so let's hope for a good start. And we have 5 red lights and we're out. and I immediately make a mistake. I short shift into third, which isn't that good at all in these F2 cars. You have to stay in second for a bit longer, and yeah, I get tagged on the inside and turned around. That's a very unfortunate incident at the very start of the race. And we got a bit of wing damage from that as well. And let's take a look at the start. You get a decent first start, but then we switch to third and we lose all momentum basically. And yeah, I think I don't know. I turned in a bit too soon. And yeah, I didn't leave enough space on the inside. I think that was a bit on me. But sadly, I couldn't get the POV of the car that hit me, because you can't switch POVs in replay mode on F1 22. You used to be able to do it when you had to bug the game a little bit, but apparently they fixed that bug. So yeah, they fixed the most useful bug and left all the game breaking bugs in. So yeah, and I get my second warning for track limits on the second lap, and I'm one off from getting a penalty. And there was a guy off track there, Casper Sky. He made a mistake. Now coming to lap 3, there's a big fight ahead of me. I try to gain something from this as well. I had to lift a little bit to avoid going into the back of the Red Bull ahead of me. Now I'm trying to look on the inside, see where my braking is, and I just overshoot it a bit and hit the Red Bull from behind, and that was on me as well. Not the cleanest first race of the league, I have to say. A lot of unfortunate incidents, and I get my third warning on my third lap. So let's hope I don't get my second penalty on the 6th lap. Now come to the end of lap 3. They're fighting pretty hard ahead of me. The blue car goes deep, and yeah, I think that one was on him. He actually spins out because of that, and there was a guy who spun before ahead of us and lost a couple of positions. Yeah, he goes deep. I tried to do a cut. I tried going inside, but yeah, I didn't have that much space on the inside there, and we made a little bit of contact, and that just spun him out, sadly. I believe that was the guy that I made contact at the start as well. And now we're catching up to a lapped car. That makes me lose DRS to Anirudh, sadly. He still hasn't gotten out of the way, and it's pretty annoying. He's gonna get a penalty if he doesn't get out of the way soon. And he lets me pass in the weirdest place ever. I couldn't take the apex because he was on the inside there as well. It lost me a few thousand at least. But now I'm trying to catch up to Anirudh. Yeah, I won't get DRS on this lap at least. I believe he doesn't get DRS on the guy ahead as well, so he's not pulling away from me just yet. But we're not actually that far from the front runners. We're only like half a sector behind them. So points might be actually on the table even with my penalty. The top 8 get points in the sprint races if you didn't know that. So we're 1 position and 1 spin away from 1 point. So let's hope somebody makes a mistake and I get past Anirudh. Now I've come really close to getting DRS from him. I'm in the 1 second window. But I go in a bit too cautiously here and lose around 2/10, and I'm not in the 1 second window in the DRS detection zone. But let's see if on this lap I can be. And no, oh, I just about made it. I just about made it into the DRS. So we are in contact with the DRS train now. Let's just hope we can keep in the DRS train. And I cut the inside curve there. I knew that was coming when I went a bit too deep into the first corner, and that resulted in that corner cut. Now lap 10, the blue car ahead of us, he went really wide intentionally to avoid a track limits penalty. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know for certain, but that's probably why he did that. Now we're really close to the guys ahead of us now, and he got out of shape, and I managed to stay on the throttle a bit longer than Anirudh could, and now I have a great run on the blue car. Sorry, don't really know the team names of the F2 cars that well, but I run too deep and compromise my exit as well. But I still had the inside on this corner, and I come onto the racing line, but somehow me and Anirudh made contact. Honestly, I thought I cleared him. The arrow went white, so that means you basically cleared him. But yeah, here the blue car makes a mistake, and Anirudh has to go off throttle to avoid the collision. So it gives me a really good run. And now I brake a bit too late and go deep, and that gives me a bad run out of that corner, and I still had the inside line here. And yeah, it just seems it's netcode, a netcode collision, because I'm really sure I didn't make contact with him. The arrow went white. Anyway, coming to lap 12, and I make a mistake here, and that's potential points gone. I had a bit too much steering in when the when I went on throttle, and I got wing damage from that. I'm gonna go into the pits and pit for a set of soft tires to try to go for the fastest lap on the last lap. And yeah, in F2 the pit stops are a lot slower than they are in F1 as well. And now, starting my last lap, we're gonna go do a full lap on board of my last lap, my fastest lap attempt. My first couple of turns weren't that good. I thought I definitely screwed up. Somebody else gets the fastest lap. I brake a bit later here. I just still not get the greatest exit. I wasn't on throttle on the apex. But there's a lapped car coming ahead of me. And I think he's already finished. Or he doesn't have control over his car anymore. I don't know. You're about to see soon why. So we have a green first sector, a purple second sector. But no, I think now he's still controlling the car. But yeah, his positioning was a bit weird. I had to go off the racing line to get past him. I had to go on the outside when he was on the outside. So and we did get the fastest lap, 17.0. But sadly, the fastest lap won't count because we're outside the top 10. And yeah, that was the sprint race. A really disappointing one, honestly. I was hoping for at least points on my debut race. But there's still points to be had in the feature race. And now, yeah, the strategy for the feature race is gonna be soft to medium. Keeping it simple. I don't want to be on an offset of the cars around me. So yeah, coming to the end of the formation lap. Somebody spun out on the formation lap as well. Yeah, very chaotic formation lap. Can we get the purple one again? And yes, 0.4 meters purple.
Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
We have 5 red lights and we are out. We got yeah, it was trying to go for the inside line, but Vodka just came out of nowhere on the inside, leave enough room on the outside there, and sneak past on the inside. The blue car got a bit of a bad run out of that corner. So I remain in 5th place for now.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
And overtaking and going wheel-to-wheel battles in these F2 cars is a lot more fun than the F1 cars, in my opinion. And yeah, you just have to set up the perfect exit to overtake people, which I find pretty fun as well. There are people in this league that are quite a lot faster than I am, honestly. So I'm just trying to get points on pace rather than on overtakes. So I'm not gonna go for like these crazy lunges or yeah, really risky overtakes. I wanna take it easy. Now let's take a look at the start once again. We have 5 red lights, and this time I'm on the outside there. I get a pretty good start, but then Vodka gets a really good start. He just jumps me on the inside, and it's a miracle we didn't spin. And I sneak up the inside of Iggy's and regain 5th position. It's a really good view watching the cars come through there. Yeah, now on lap 4 I've still kept my position. We have broken away from the rest of the group, us in the top 6. Iggy is the last one in the DRS train right now. Yeah, so far my pace is pretty equal to Vodka's. He could go a little bit faster, but I'm fine with this pace for now. Now coming to lap 6, I'm still in the DRS train. The guys behind Iggy's have started to fall off a bit, but Iggy's has the fastest lap for now, so it means he's pretty fast as well. But guy in first has just driven away. I do get the fastest last sector, but now I think Vodka makes a mistake and is starting to fall back now. He just barely got DRS from the guy ahead, so I'm looking to pressurize him now, make him go a little bit faster, or if we can't, I'm just gonna overtake him, or try to at least. And Casper Sky has also fallen out of the DRS range of the front two guys. And Seb made a mistake and is sent himself into a wall, so that called out the safety car, which is perfect for us, I guess. Means we can do our one and only stop under the safety car. And Vodka actually gets a speeding penalty, so that's unfortunate for him. And he also double stacks, so we're probably going to get jump him in the pits.
That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were
But
expecting.
one of the guys, Rigef, didn't pit under the safety car. I'm guessing he's gambling on another safety car down the road.
More scheduled pit stops.
I think he also started on the mediums, so he can go pretty far into the race. Yeah, we emerge in P5 still because Rigef didn't pit, and we jumped Vodka in the pits. He's 2 places behind us. But my old rival Anirudh is behind me now. He also started on the mediums, so he's now on the softs, and the softs can go to the end. They last pretty long time in Brazil. We got a decent restart. Gladly I didn't get a bad run.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
And Casper Sky locks up. I don't know if it's a bug or he actually locked up, but that means I'm gonna get a better run on him out of these corners. He's going defensive. I'm just gonna take the racing line. He locks up again, and I don't know if it's network issue, like a bug, or he's actually locking up. You know, Codemasters love to add bugs in the new releases as well. And Anirudh behind me is on a better or a faster set of tires, so he's gonna be pressurizing me a little bit. And if he is faster than me, I'm just gonna let him pass if he gets a good run on me. Go a little bit defensive here. Just staying in the middle of the road. That puts them off a little bit. Now, lap 13. The guys ahead of me are fighting a lot. I think that's the guy who didn't pit and the others trying to get past him. And they make contact ahead, and we get 2 free positions from this. I also get a better run than Casper ahead of me, so I'm trying to look for an opportunistic move, but I get off throttle, try to let him ahead of me, but that unfortunately made me a target for other people as well, and Just hoping I could stay in the fight here as he spins, the blue car spins, and we stay ahead for now in P3. I'm just trying to stay in Anirudh's DRS. Now let's take a look on the off-board here. And yeah, they make contact ahead. That gives us a better run than Casper got, because he had to go off throttle to avoid the collision there. And I lift off the throttle a little bit to let Casper ahead of me a little bit, but that unfortunately came with a side effect that every single other driver wanted to get past me now as well. And as Casper spins there, he puts my teammate off a little bit, and I regain my position. But Rigep is still in the lead on his worn medium tires.
Gap to your teammate behind is 2.0 seconds.
And yeah, I let Meepo by me because there was no point in fighting him. He was clearly a lot faster than I am, and I had lost DRS to Anirudh anyway. Being on the tire offset isn't that good at this moment. Nebletic is behind me now. He wants to get past. He's also on a faster set of tires, and I don't think I can keep up with Meepo. I'm slowly losing DRS range, and I don't think I can get DRS in this lap, so I will be vulnerable on the pit straight to Nebletic's overtake. We have 5 laps remaining in this race, but Meepo has a 5-second penalty. Maybe if I can keep in 5 seconds of him, I can get third still. My fronts are a bit overheating. They're over 100 degrees, but that's not that bad. I'm not losing any performance out of that. And I do a huge lift here just to let him pass cleanly. Don't want to be fighting overly too much. And Nebletic has gotten a penalty, so that means technically I'm still net P3, and Anirudh has a penalty as well. I don't know if he had that before. He's gotten it between those clips. But now Nebletic is trying to get past Anirudh, which is giving me DRS, thankfully, so I can maybe stay in their penalty ranges. And Rigep still hasn't pit. He's still leading the race, but he has to pit or he's gonna get disqualified. And Anirudh gets a bad exit, so that gives me DRS. Vodka is still 2.7 seconds behind me, and with the 10 seconds penalties. And we are on the penultimate lap right now. Just started it, and I'm just trying to keep in their penalty ranges. There's a podium on the table now. I was just hoping for points, but we could get P3 right now. Also, actually, Nebletic has to pit, so it's technically P2, net P2 right now. If I'm still in the 5-second range of Meepo, then it's probably a win if I can keep in those 5 seconds. So Meepo got past Nebletic. I would have preferred if Rigef. He got past Rigef, sorry. If Rigef held him up a little bit longer, but probably he couldn't because he's on 19 lap old medium tires. So yeah, Rigaf is into pits now. I still somehow have DRS on Anirudh ahead of me. And he has picked up another 3 seconds of penalties, so it's pretty safe for now. I just need to keep in the 3 second window of Nebertik so I can at least get a podium. And Meppo is just driving away in the front right now. I'm pushing my hardest to get P2 right now. And coming around a couple of last corners, can I get DRS on Arimuth? No, I can't. That sucked. But it wouldn't help me that much either way. And it looks like it's going to be P2 for me. And only 5/10 of Meppo.
Oh, yes. Oh, man. Oh, yes.
And yeah, as you can hear my live reaction from that podium. Yeah, it was a really good race. I kept my nose clean. I didn't make any big risky moves. And the cutscene's bugged. That's always nice. And yeah, podium. I really hope you enjoyed that race. I got 18 points out of this race. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this race, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.